Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the speed test comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. In this video, I am going to be making a speed test comparison between the app opening, game opening, rendering, RAM management and stuff like that, which will probably give you an idea which device is going to be better for you and which device is faster in terms of these criteria. Anyway guys, let's move towards the first test and it's going to be the boot up speed for all three devices. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is coming with Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor is coming for the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the Apple A17 Pro chip is going to be coming for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Surprisingly, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is faster and it's going to be on the first position. Then we have the S25 Ultra and at the end the S24 Ultra. So kind of a surprise to see the 15 Pro Max is faster than the S25 Ultra. And you guys, before going to the test, all the devices are connected with the same Wi-Fi connection and there are no apps running in the background. Now, before going to the test, we have two benchmark applications, the Geekbench 6 and the 3D Mark. Now, let's start with the Geekbench test and I have already run that particular test and here is the result for all three devices. And as you can see on paper, the S25 Ultra is going to be faster just because of the Snapdragon 8 Elite and it has the better multi-core and the single core score than the 15 Pro Max and the S24 Ultra. Now moving on towards the second test and it's the 3D Mark and here we are going to be doing the wildlife extreme test to test out all the three devices. And you guys, here is the result for that particular device and in here as you can see both the S25 Ultra and the S24 Ultra are faster as compared to the 15 Pro Max. Now moving on towards the first application and here we are going to be starting with the basic phone dialer application and as you can see the animation for all the three devices are going to be absolutely great. All are performing really well and all are going to be having a great animations. Now let's move towards the third-party application and starting with the Quora and as you can see the S25 Ultra is the faster one than the S24 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now moving on towards the Reddit and let's see which device loads that particular application faster and as you can see the S25 Ultra is the first one to load and then we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max and S24 Ultra at the same level. Spotify is going to be the next application and it's going to be loading faster on the S25 Ultra, then we have the S24 Ultra and at the end 15 Pro Max. YouTube is going to be faster on the S25, S24 Ultras than the 15 Pro Max, but the difference is just a few milliseconds. TikTok is going to be faster on S25 Ultra than the S24 Ultra and at the end the 15 Pro Max. Now let's test out the camera performance in the TikTok for all the three devices and as you can see both the S25 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max has the best performance as compared to the S24 Ultra. Snapchat is going to be faster in S24 and the 15 Pro Max. Now let's move towards the first game and it's going to be the Subway Surfers and here you can see the S25 Ultra and the 15 Pro Max have opened at the same time and the S24 Ultra is just a few milliseconds behind. Next game is going to be the Flip Diving and let's see which device loads up faster. And here you can see the 15 Pro Max is going to be faster than the S25 Ultra and the S24 Ultra. Now let's move towards the high graphic game and starting with the Real Racing 3, it's going to be an absolutely high graphic game. Now let's test out which device loads that particular game faster. So guys, the iPhone 15 Pro Max loads up the game faster as compared to the Galaxy S25 Ultra and the S24 Ultra, which are going to be a little bit slower and taking much time in loading as compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now the second position is for the S25 Ultra and at the last the S24 Ultra has loaded up. Now let's see the in-game performance for all the three devices and as you can see the S25 Ultra is faster in loading there than the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the S25 Ultra. So definitely this means a tie for all the three devices in terms of that particular game. Now moving towards the other high graphic game and it's going to be the PUBG Mobile, which is going to be one of my favorite game to test out in that particular speed test. Now let's see which device loads that particular game faster and as you can see the S25 Ultra is on the first position, then we have the 15 Pro Max and at the end the S24 Ultra. But the difference between all three devices, app opening and loading, is going to be just a few milliseconds, so definitely all the devices are going to be great. Now, in-game performance for all the three devices is absolutely amazing. There is no hiccup in loading that particular device. Even the in-game performance for the S24 Ultra is going to be pretty amazing. So definitely all the devices are great. If you are a gamer, then definitely these devices are going to be absolutely amazing. Next, we have Netflix, and it's going to be opening faster on the S25 Ultra than on the 15 Pro Max and at last the S24 Ultra. Play Store and App Store testing gives us a result that S25 Ultra is faster than S24 Ultra and at the end the 15 Pro Max. Next, we have Adobe Rush, and it's going to be testing out the rendering performance of all the three devices. We have a 4K clip which we are going to be using in these projects, and also we are going to be applying the effects which will make it harder for the device to render. So let's test out which device is going to be exporting faster. As you can see, the rendering performance of the iPhone 15 Pro Max is faster as compared to the S25 Ultra, which is on second position, and third position for the S24 Ultra. Now let's move towards the testing of the second rendering application, and it's going to be a different like CapCut. Here we have the same clip and we are going to be using the effects here as well, and then we are going to be exporting. As you can see, the export time is going to be faster in that application in the S25 Ultra than the S24 Ultra and at last the 15 Pro Max. Definitely this means the rendering performance for all the three devices is absolutely great. Now let's move towards the last application, and it's going to be the browsing speed. Now let's open up the first website, and it's going to be the phone arena. And as you can see, it's going to be loading faster on the iPhone 15 Pro Max than the S24 and S25 Ultra. Now lastly, let's test out the second website, which is the GSM Arena. And here you can see all the devices have loaded that particular website faster as compared to the previous website. So definitely all the devices are going to be absolutely great. Now let's test out the final thing, and it's going to be the RAM management for all the three devices. And starting with the S25 Ultra, let's see how this device is going to be handling. It's coming with the 12GB of RAM options, so definitely we can expect that it should perform better in terms of the RAM management. As you can see, all the applications are in the RAM management and there has no refresh up till now. You can see that the heavy games like Real Racing and PUBG Mobile are still in the RAM. So definitely the RAM management is looking like better in the S25 Ultra. Here you can see the rendering applications are still there and all other applications are there. Anyway, at the end I would say that S25 Ultra has the RAM management which is going to be better. So let's test out the other phones to decide which device has the better RAM management. S24 Ultra RAM management, it's also coming with the 12GB of RAM options. So definitely we can also expect this time that this device going to be having a better RAM management. Here you can see that applications are in the RAM for the S24 Ultra. Even the heavy high graphic games like the Real Racing is still in the RAM and there has been no refresh up till now. So as you can see, all the other applications which are the basic one are still running. So definitely the overall performance for the RAM management for S24 Ultra is going to be absolutely great. Now let's move towards the last phone, and it's the 15 Pro Max. Let's find out the RAM management for that particular device as well. The basic applications are going to be running fast, and the TikTok is there, Snapchat is there, and Instagram is the first application which has been refreshed in the 15 Pro Max, whereas the games are still in the RAM management. So definitely there has been only one application which has been refreshed, and it's going to be Instagram. Other applications are still there in the RAM. So definitely I think that the RAM management is going to be pretty great for that particular device. I think that despite having 8GB of RAM option, this device has handled the RAM management pretty amazing. And you guys, at the end, I would say that all the three devices are going to be absolutely great. All are performing really well in app opening, game opening, rendering, and stuff like that. So definitely these devices are going to be pretty amazing. You can choose any one of the device, but if you want the best of the best, then definitely S25 Ultra is a great device. But if you own the S24 Ultra or the 15 Pro Max, then I definitely don't think that you should upgrade towards the S25 Ultra. Anyway guys, this is my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about that? Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe because some amazing content is planned for this year. Peace.